So, how do I start there? I myself am lost. ABG is back, and today we have Choon Ean with us, who is the designer of Kaki Lima. So very fortunate to do my first interview ever with her.
Very stress for me, fortunate for him, but stress for me.
Yeah. So anyway, Choon Ean, just for the sake of the audience, share a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
And maybe after that we can talk about how you came up with the concept for Kaki Lima.
Okay. So my background is in actually video production,
Okay.
photography. Maybe I do some amateur sound, like live sound production. So I actually moved to Penang.
Okay.
I'm from Penang, I moved to Penang about 8 years ago.
8 years ago.
To see how I can be a relevant support to the arts and culture and heritage communities there.
Okay.
And yeah, so as I went about figuring out what to do, I developed a lot of friendships in those circles,
Okay.
and trying to skip a lot of things, and then so I run a space
Okay.
or run an organization called Luma.
Luma.
And Luma is like from the Latin word of being bright,
Bright.
brightness of an image. So our whole vision is like to be a light in in whatever communities that we touch base with.
Okay.
And so one of the organizations that I hooked up with was, or we connected with, was Arts Ed. And then they do a lot of community-based arts education.
So it's arts at NGO.
It's an NGO.
In Penang.
In Penang, Georgetown. So one of the programs that they have is called Cultural Heritage Education Program.
Okay.
Where they go to schools or they work with schools or students to give them exposure to culture and the heritage elements in Penang.
Okay.
So I was a programmer for about 4 years. So every year they would have a different mix of programs.
Okay.
So one of the programs was Youth Arts Camp.
Okay.
And then where we would take a bunch of students to look at a heritage site. In this case, it's Child Art Star Market.
Okay.
And then let the students like observe certain things about the site, about the people, about the trades. And then they would be in different art-based workshops. And then they would learn an art form, and then they would use the art form that they learn to express certain things, observations, or different things that they see from the heritage site.
So art form as in can be like what, dancing, singing?
It can be dancing, singing. So for the first 2 years, I did like stop motion photography, and then first year was stop motion photography where they would record and document like time lapse of vendors setting up their stalls.
Okay.
And then second year we studied the value chain of fish that goes into the market.
Fish that goes in the market.
Yeah, so they did a flip book. So we call it flip of fish. and then third year, this all this while I've always enjoyed tabletop games. When I was young, my favorite game was playing Boggle. And that's why my handler is a lot of time you see is the Boggler, because I like
Okay.
Boggle.
I see.
So one of the things that I had in mind after the second year of the youth arts camp was to, instead of doing photography, why don't they can use photography, but they can use it to come up with a card game based on what they observed in the market.
Okay.
And then, but before I could do that, I needed an example. So actually at that time I was already thinking of a board game that I wanted to design, more of a worker placement kind of thing, about how heritage is transmitted, or how your cultural values are transmitted. But it was a little bit in the air and not big. So for this one, I wanted something simple.
Okay.
And one of the things that actually attracted me to Penang was the Kaki Lima, the Go Kaki, the 5 foot way. Because when you walk through them, it's very inspiring to walk through them. And there's so much visual elements.
Okay.
And the idea of it being functional, not just visually interesting, it's like function where you can walk safely out the street, out the sun, out the rain.
Out the street, okay. Because actually in Singapore, we also have our version of the. Or we call it 五角鸡. It's literally the same thing. but I think the key thing is that out of the sun, out of the rain.
Yeah, so that's the thing. When the British built or they helped to build the town, including Singapore, the straight settlements
Yep.
So Singapore, Malacca, and Penang. What happened was, that time got no cars and all, and then they had to walk everywhere. And then so one of the things that they put out as law was to have a 5 foot way, a covered 5 foot way, so that they can walk around town. Out of the tropical sun, out of the tropical rain. So it's actually a law.
So why is the law not followed through in Singapore?
So even in Penang, I can't say for Singapore, I can't say for Malacca, but because I've been in Penang, I learned all this from my friends in heritage, and cultural bodies.
Okay.
And so I found this very, very interesting, because actually, in actual fact, not all the 5 foot ways were clear for you to walk. All the time you have to walk a little bit, then walk in the street, then walk in,
So it means that's also the case.
Yeah, that's the case. So about 20% of 5 foot ways in Penang or in Georgetown are blocked lah.
Okay.
So when I was trying to think of an example of a game to show the students, then I thought, hey, I've always wanted to do something artsy, an art project based on the Kaki Lima lah.
Yeah.
Although in the past it was more of like video projection kind of project, but this time why don't I make a simple card game based on that whole conflict of like, yes, it's supposed for you to walk, but you can't walk. There's places where you can't walk, anywhere you walk to. So it was a very simple card game that I did my phone. I interviewed some of my friends that, okay, where do you want to walk to, and then use the objective as part of where other people walk around to.
Okay.
And then I came up with like things like went around, took photos of clear Kaki Lima.
Yeah, I see the cards itself. Actually, every single one of them is a photograph that's taken, right?
Yeah. I took
They are actual places, right?
Yeah, and even the background of the cards are also photos that I took of towns on the Kaki Lima lah. Yeah, so like in all the cards that are in the game.
Do they all have different backing?
Okay, so all the Kaki Lima cards that are supposed to be trade the board have this backing.
Okay.
And then
because it forms up the board, so it doesn't matter what backing it is.
Basically, it matters where there are 3 different cards that have the same backing because you shuffle them and then you create the board now. Create the board like this. Yeah. So
one of the biggest board,
actually
biggest unique looking board. I don't think there are many games out there that you literally have.
It's like a lot, it takes up.
It takes up a lot of table space, but at the same time, I don't think a lot of games will have like unique looking photos because normally it's like an illustration, but these are all real places. So
true. Yeah, so basically I went around and took actually my original set of cards. My first prototype I had a lot more cards because we wanted to fill a big space so that when the students, what happens is the students would have like a taster of the different art workshops that they could sign up for.
Okay.
And then we would go to the schools and then set something up. So we wanted to cover a big space and then let 8 people at one go play a game lah. So that's why originally the cards were bigger. There were a lot more cards so that it fills up space lah. But as I move forward in the development, then I cut it down to what I felt after many playtests to be this is what I'm happy with, and this is the maximum that I should
Put out there.
Yeah. So the red cards are
The blockage.
block ones, and then the green cards are the
The clear
and
good ones.
actually, it was really difficult to shortlist though, because I really liked a lot of actually in Georgetown, and I realized this when I was walking around Malacca recently. I could compare. There's a whole lot more interesting 5-foot ways in Georgetown compared to Malacca. Malacca, a lot of it is really built into not just block, no, it's built into you. There's
Okay.
yeah, so it's part of the shop house already. So I'm feeling really thankful that we can still find very nice looking, well maintained 5-foot ways for people to walk to it. And the city council actually, as well as the Georgetown World Heritage Incorporated, are trying their best also to help clear and enforce the law so that people can walk
to restore
the
Kaki Lima to whatever it was intended
yes,
before all the motorcycles.
But it's a slow thing. So across the decades or centuries, I think there's a lot of tension between, because it's actually a shared space. It's not just private. It doesn't belong to fully private. It doesn't belong to fully public. But it's a shared thing. So there's this tension of this is my space. No, it's our
But who
space.
is responsible for the space? Do you know?
It actually belongs to the government now, basically.
Okay.
It
But
belongs
then
to the city
over the years,
yeah,
the
but
shop
because
houses
it's like
will just use the space
tenants
outside. Okay.
So different things like for parking lots or for storage. There's one card that shows like a whole Coca-Cola soft drink.
Are all the cards all different?
Yes, yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, then
I think if I sit down here and just look at all the cards, the interview is going to be 3 hours long.
yeah. So anyway, So it started off as just a simple example of what you can do with your phone.
Okay.
And kind of highlight a heritage asset in town lah. So that the kids have, or the students have something in mind.
Actually, as an art form, is board game design going to be one of the art form that you are planning to incorporate?
Well, because I was there to program it, then for 2 years, then it was an art form that the students could pick and to do a game with. It was quite cool. And so after the workshop, and then Arts Ed and Luma felt that it was something that we could work on and we could develop into a better, fuller game. So then I started on my journey of developing it, and I got to know the TTGDMY, the Tabletop Game Designers of Malaysia, and I said my actually that year was very interesting. It's 2017. At the end of the year, I broke my leg. I fell down the drain. I broke my leg, so my kaki was patah.
Do you have to go out? Did you fall down because it was blocked?
There was no 5-foot way.
There's no
I had
5-foot way.
to fall into the drain.
That's bad.
Yeah, so I guess in a way, that whole year 2018, as I developed the game, it was also kind of personal thing to me about accessibility, the notion of or the importance of accessibility in town. When people walk, can they walk safely? But actually, even as it is, right, if you are in a wheelchair, it's actually very difficult also to go
Because
through
there are some
steps
steps as well.
and stuff like that. But I think the town is still not giving up and wanting to work on having better accessibility now, which is quite inspiring as well. So I worked through it, and then originally the pedestrians were our photos of ourselves. And I used those bulldog clips, and then you just walk around. And then another artist who was with Arts Ed, who was also doing a workshop for Youth Arts Camp. Her name is Caris, and so I asked her whether she'd be interested to help illustrate the game, and then my workshop co-facilitator Atika, she went around to observe demographics of the people there, and then together they came up with
the 8 most common.
Yeah, so I was like, just 8, yeah. So some of them are like this one. If people who know us will say, hey, is this so and so, you know, because they recognize her face or they look familiar. But it's actually each character is based on several types of people or several people who we've observed or we know or we've
So we kind of pick the most common traits that.
And then they also try their best to like, you know, have like 4 males, 4 females, that kind of thing.
I see.
You know, so
for people who have never been to Penang, after playing the game, can they kind of say that they have been to Penang?
Virtually, I guess.
Virtually?
I mean, you think of any Euro game, right? I mean, San Juan, what other games? Macau, I don't know. What other games that are named after
Locations?
Even like Brass Birmingham or, you know, I mean where it's kind of inspired by a location.
It's inspired, but
you don't have to. But you don't have to be there in order to play the game or to enjoy the game. So I'm hoping that Kaki Lima is that way also. Although it's inspired by a town, and it does have that element of like you know, going around, walking in the actual town. But technically you don't have to have been to Georgetown in order to enjoy the game. I actually had I think she's American, and she came with a friend. She bought a game bag, and then she took it back to America with her, and she was really happy because she is like, you know, nowadays she can tell people about where her adventures in Malaysia. She could like get them to play.
She didn't have to buy any postcards. There's like, how many cards are there? Hundreds? No,
well,
50?
I think there's 17 green cards, 12 red cards, and 17 orange cards. So
49 cards.
So 49.
So that means they have 49 postcards of Penang already.
Yeah, true. And we were very happy to hear that, you know, she said that everybody would really enjoy having a little taste of what she had experienced in Malaysia lah. So that was kind of cool as well.
So I mean, given that we mentioned 3 locations, Penang, Malacca, and Singapore, will we see a Kaki Lima Malacca edition?
Well, people have asked me that. I mean, I'm really open to having like Malacca expansions or Singapore expansions, as long as someone is willing to take up the funding of it. Like, funding is like very tough. We were very blessed because we had Georgetown World Heritage Incorporated interested even in the early prototypes of the game, and that's why, you know, we had the opportunity to place it in the prototypes. I think version 5 was in a 2-month exhibition, and then so different people would come and then, you know, talk about it, and yeah, it's been really helpful to have a part funder.
Actually, to think about it, right, if 2 years ago you thought about this idea for Singapore, I'm sure the government would have probably done it as a part of the bicentennial celebration for 2019. But
maybe.
Now we are already towards the end of 2019, so that's the idea.
I'm thinking of expansions that don't that add on to the play lah. So different things that are connected to heritage, like when you what call it, look into the buildings and all, like, you know, what are the safety regulations, what are the materials that you can use, or even like disaster prevention, or even whatever risk that's involved in managing a heritage site now. So certain things that I thought I can do for other different games, then maybe I might try to figure out how to put it as an expansion, and if they can be only just cards, that would be awesome also, because, you know, just getting all the different components together was a very great challenge.
Okay, yes. Julian, I have one more question, because I realized that for Kaki Lima, it's currently self-published. Am I right to say that? I only got
we have a funder.
We have a funder. Because I saw the information on Board Game Geeks that it's classified as self-funded.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought of, I won't say selling it, but then finding a publisher a board game publisher in other parts of the world so that you can portray Penang or Georgetown? Because obviously there's a lot of heritage things within the game,
Right.
such that you can go out there and people can get to know more about the game through another publisher. Has that ever been done?
Well, in terms of distribution first, so having Georgetown World Heritage Incorporated as a supporter, they actually have copies that they would, when they go to different other World Heritage sites in other countries, then they would pass our games out. So like a little bit more exposure, but not many of them would be board gamers. Although some other organizations would have games based on their heritage sites, but I mean obviously the one of the things that did come to mind was to find a publisher that can translate it into German, have a German version, because otherwise you won't be considered for Spiel des Jahres. But
that's a basic
just
requirement.
finding someone who wants to do that, I think is easier said than done now. I actually have a friend, one of my team members is in Germany for a few months, and then I actually gave her a copy to see if we can find anybody to send it to or not. Any possible
German
translator or German publisher.
We are looking for a German translator. If you're watching this video, please reach out to Choon Ean.
But I think you also need to. The game also needs to be distributed in Germany. So
But I mean,
it's a bit difficult.
it's a chicken and egg. I guess you need to have start that they know the rules and we convert part of it to German language so that people there can understand, and then you will pick off more from there.
So I am hoping to go to Essen next year, along with a few more TTGD MY designers. We hope to get a Malaysian booth, and hopefully that takes off.
Yeah.
It's like the deadline is coming soon.
Hopefully I can go as someone just enjoying. Because this year it was such a struggle sitting in the office from 4 p.m. because it's like morning there already.
Right.
Then all the Instagram feeds come in, all the Twitter feeds come in.
I wish I was there.
I'm happy to be at Essen. I see so many games, and then there I am sitting in front of my work laptop and then trying to draft an email, but then the concentration level was so bad. So hope to see you guys there. Join in, and you are there having a booth, and I'm there enjoying myself.
Okay, I hope to enjoy
Trying to cover it in the Asian games that are there.
There's a pedestrian reference card which tells you what you can do on your turn, at the end of your turn.
For the pedestrian, it's literally just different player characters.
Different player
There's
characters.
no ability within them, right?
we decided to give them equality. But the different abilities will come through your Lanka or step cards, where there's and then we put a summary here also. So these are the 6 different type of location actions, and then there are 8 different boosters in your Lanka cards that you can employ. So it depends on what you draw and what you manage, and then it will give the different pedestrians, fair share of the different powers that are available.
Because I see that you can also chill people. Okay, is the word chill?
Yeah, chill or ajak lah, because we call it Kaki Lima instead of Go Kaki. Although I want to call it Go, but because my name is Go, so I also have my affinity to.
Yeah, my last name was also Go.
Yes,
so that's why
realized.
I was like, why is it not called?
And the original name was called Kaki Lima, and then my Go is somewhere around, but a bit too shy to do that. And then
at least there's a key summary of what the term means.
So the Malay.
So even for people who don't understand the language.
Yes.
Kind of.
So the gameplay also incorporates the ajak culture, and then ajak means invite or jo in Hokkien. So inviting others along on walking adventures around Georgetown, and then I summarize it in the rule book as well as on the pedestrian movement cards. What you can ajak number 2 at any time. You can ajak other pedestrians to clear block paths collaboratively. to meet up at location actions cards and walk together lah. So that's the walk together one was also something that is fairly new addition to the gameplay after I don't know how many rounds of play testing. So one of the play test sessions with some of the other game designers gave me the idea that okay, if you're on a green card, you can be picked up, you can accompany other people along to any number of steps to other places.
So you can get points also.
You can get points.
So I think it gives people an incentive to end on a strategic location that it will kind of people on their path, they have to pass by you.
And plus you need to be able to be aware of the people around you rather than, you know, and we wanted this to be a very community inducing game lah, you know, so you're not just looking at your own task, but you get points if you are meeting people, and at least one task in your list will include meeting a friend. So you cannot check this off with your paperclip unless you meet someone at a convenient location, which is any orange card. And some of the other tasks is like at a specific place lah, at the market or something like that lah. Yeah. So yeah, we really wanted people to feel as though they are part of a neighborhood rather than walking alone, playing alone, you know. And that's why someone asked me whether I would ever put it in a game app, but I think a game app really just takes away that whole culture of, you know, hey, are you going there? Hey, I bump into you in the Kaki Lima. Why don't I accompany you, walk together with you?
Literally, ask other players trying to make you walk their path so that they can get points. That's a very smart idea. I mean, negotiation is in a lot of board games.
Right.
But sometimes the negotiation is done in I trade with you something.
Which is there. So I mean, if you go to the rojak store or chendol store, the idea is that you're in line, you got nowhere to sit, you're in line, and then you must well trade with other people lah. Yeah. So although in the game, as long as one person is in the either stalls, then they can trade with anybody else. They don't have to be in the same place. But just give them that option lah. Yeah.
Alright.
Cool. So there's a little bit of write-up of each pedestrian, a little bit of backstory. Just so, I mean I hope to do games that reflect culture and the lives of people around us. That's the one thing that I hope.
So there will probably be a common theme even.
Yes, in future games as well. And then so the characters and scoreboard is illustrated by Carrie Slope. So that was her area, and she also based the scoreboard on what she also enjoyed about Kaki Lima at the time.
Actually, I got one very pressing question.
Okay,
when I first saw it, how did the idea of the paperclip came about? Because to be honest, it's a very smart way to mark things.
Yeah.
But I've never ever seen it in any other game.
Okay, yeah.
At least personally.
Tom Vessel unboxed Kaki Lima and he was like, paperclips, I can get this in. I've got a whole lot of it.
yeah, I saw that.
And honestly, it was I ping pong here and there, deciding whether or not we should keep the paper clips. I mean, originally, the first prototype was like actually we did use paper clips where we wanted to like say that okay, I've checked it, or another thing is to do dry erase markers, but then to get everybody's 8 P mana cards laminated in a way that you could use dry marker. If you provide dry erase marker and it would dry out, and so
then to replace it, and then people are like, too troublesome. If I don't have dry marker, I can't play the game.
And then I also thought that you think of wooden pegs. So there were various things that even towards the end of or mid production time, also was like, should I do pictures? But then and then in the end, the team decided together like, okay lah, keep with paper clips. It's economical. It's easy to replace. I mean, like we don't need to replace it for people. Actually, the colors. don't really matter for paper clips, but it was nice to like say,
like a
you know,
personalization-
so like
personalization to the
Encik
colour.
Chandra has this same cut colors, you know, and yeah lah. And I actually it was very difficult to get like 7,200 pieces of the same color and of 8 different colors, you know.
Yeah.
So that was one of the hardest things to work through in the fight in the end. But I think we are quite happy like but because the paper clips are and this is part of my prototype paper clip, so it's a bit softer. The final one's a little bit harder. And we were worried that if people don't laminate the cards, then it will destroy the cards faster. So we provide sleeves also for the cards, so that it will last a bit more.
For at least
Yeah, so every box has 8 sleeves
for the P-Mana cards.
for the P-Mana cards.
Okay.
But I would suggest that you laminate them. It will still last longer when you're using the paper clips.
Interesting. I mean, the paper clip, when I first saw it through Tom Vessel's video, when I was
I
researching
know.
for this interview session, I was thinking, what was the paper clip for originally? Because I haven't read the rules originally, so I was like, what was the paper clip for? Then when I went to read the rules, I was like, hey, it's to mark off things.
Yeah, it's check off.
And then the thing is that actually one thing I realized when I'm playing a lot of games, right, sometimes, especially when the board, when you're trying to mark things
Yes.
off, and then you put markers on it,
Yeah, so
someone banged us.
Yeah.
and then suddenly you're all lost.
That was
Where am I,
that was a big consideration also when we were deciding whether we can just put something on. But and then I realized through a number of playtests that people like to hold up their cards.
they want to see what they are.
Yeah, and then because they need to look. I mean, it is quite a big board with relatively small words, so they want to hold it and then they want to
So
look at
for the P-Mana cards, is it supposed to be played face up or face down, or it's up to
It's up to because sometimes you need to know where another person is going to. So it's okay. You think of real life, then your task, your chore list for the day. It's not really a big secret lah. So
but because it gives points, so there will be players that will be the kingmakers,
players,
the sabo,
Yeah.
they rather, I'm not going to win, so I'm not going to let you win.
True.
I see that your objective is to do this.
Yeah.
Let me try to do something to block it, or do something to make sure that you don't get there.
But that's the reason why also you have different ways of scoring in the game lah. You don't win just because you finish all your tasks. You win also for gathering with people. So during the game, you mark on the scoreboard when you are just gathering with people at gathering spots lah. Other than that, because everything else is trackable, then we keep everything else to the end to score lah. So it's not just one way. You can score by clearing block paths. I know someone who just concentrated on collaborating or clearing block paths by himself all the way, and because at the end there's a community achievement track where as a community, if more block paths are cleared, then you have a higher bonus multiplier.
Yeah, this is the other thing that I like in the game. When I first saw the rule, I was like, okay, so you play competitively in your personal achievement, but there's a co-op element to it that we want to try to be like a champion, or like at least scoring more points. So, and you don't see that often in many games, right?
Okay, but a lot of people say that it's not enough sabo. But I mean, I didn't set out to have that sabo kind of element.
You wanted people to work together.
Yeah, I wanted, but still be able to feel like they want something. Because that's why there's a personal achievement track, and you cannot get very far in your personal achievement track if you don't care about the community achievement.
Okay.
So it's like that's what I said is you have to strike the best balance between achieving your own things and exploring, what's out there, as well as meeting up with people and clearing and being mindful of accessibility of your neighborhood.
Okay. Very interesting. Yeah, I mean, we see co-op games out there. We see very competitive games out there.
Right.
But a bit that makes the both, I don't know, can you think of another game that
mix of both. I don't think I've played enough co-op style games. Although I really love, if you talk about co-op games, my favorite one is Forbidden Desert, because there's that You know, yeah,
There's a time element.
yeah, and then it's like, oh no, the sand is coming up, and you know.
True to the boggler. You need the time pressure, you like that.
Yeah, a little bit of time pressure helps lah. It also keeps it, you know, it doesn't go on and on and on.
But the time thing is not here.
Okay, so the time thing is, I leave it to the hands of the pedestrians because the game, the last round is triggered when someone finishes all the tasks. Yeah, so it can be fast if there's someone like just
Want to clear their own.
yeah, that would be super fast. So I've got like I've seen a 4-player game end in let's say 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah, and then I've seen another 4-player game that ended in 2 hours because nobody wanted to finish a task. They just wanted
Everybody
to
just wanted to
wander around, meet people, get high scores. Yeah.
So you literally leave it to people to decide what kind of game they actually want.
Yes.
I have to do the ending.
Oh, ending. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you like this kind of video, do let us know in the comments below. Give it a like, share with your friends, subscribe below. Most important thing is subscribe.
Right.
Yeah.
Support Asian content creators. Okay.
Yeah, I mean we have to work for Asian. Yeah, and then more videos will be on these two sites. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.